Assalamualaikum, my name is Davron Rizaev, master number 702727. So, first I will talk about introduction. Perfect competition is a benchmark economic model with many buyers and sellers where firms are price takers. Individual firms, for example, wet firms, can sell any quantity at the market price but cannot influence price. In reality, perfect competition is rare due to economic of scale. Large firms produce at lower average costs, pushing out smaller firms, and product differentiation. Goods are not identical. For example, Toyota, Ford, giving firms market power. What does it mean by imperfect competition? Imperfect competition refers to markets where firms can influence the price of say products. Firms face downward sloping demand curve to sell more. They must allow lower price. Raising price reduces but doesn't eliminate sales. Key differences from perfect competition is perfect competition. Firms are price takers and choose only output quantity. And the next is imperfect competition. Firms are price setters, choosing a price quantity combination to maximize profit. Key preliminary features of imperfect competition. So firms in perfect competition are price setters and choose output where marginal revenue, marginal cost. Because selling extra output requires lowering price on all units. So marginal cost and marginal revenue is below price, leading firms to produce less output and charge higher price than under perfect competition. So, and also some barriers to entry limit new firms and sustain market power. First is high fixed costs, the next is falling average cost as output increases, and scale barriers, and the next is resulting market structures include oligopoly and monopolistic competition. Intuition behind the theory: pricing power areas from product differentiation, limited sustainability, and economies of scale, higher cost of entry and production. In monopolistic competition, a firm's demand depends on market size, number of firms price relative to rivals. Firms know that pricing above average reduces market share but does not eliminate demand, giving them pricing power. Limited operation, ultimately new firms and higher market power. Small markets prevent full explanation of economics of scale. The result, higher average costs and higher prices.
Monopoly is a market with only one seller and no closed substitutes, giving full control over the price. Power comes from patents, government rules, or natural monopolies. The firm sets output where revenue meets cost and then prices accordingly. Basically, it can limit supply to rise prices, so we get higher prices and lower quantity than in competitive markets. Oligopoly is a market dominated by a few large firms, like airlines or car companies. Firms are interdependent, so each must consider competitors' reaction before changing prices or output. They may engage in strategic behavior like price war or collusion to protect market share. Basically, decisions are complex because every move affects and is affected by rivals. Monopolistic competition is when many firms sell similar but slightly different products like restaurant or clothing. They use branding and advertising to stand out. In the short run, they can make profit, but new competitors eventually bring profits down. Basically, that's firms compete more on uniqueness than on price. Monopoly has one firm with full control, oligopoly has a few interdependent firms, and monopolistic competition has many firms competing through product differences. Market power decreases and competition increases across these structures.
In imperfectly competitive markets such as monopoly, oligopoly, and monopolistic competition, firms have market power and act as price makers. They face a downward sloping demand curve, meaning that to sell more output, they must lower price. As a result, marginal revenue is below price, and firms maximize profit where MR equals MC. This leads to higher price and lower output compared to perfect competition. These pricing decisions affect economic welfare. Consumer surplus decreases because consumers pay higher price and buy less. Producer surplus increases because firms earn profits above marginal cost. However, the gain to producer does not fully offset the loss to consumers, creating a deadweight loss and reducing total welfare. Because of these inefficiencies, government intervention is important. Antitrust laws prevent anti-competitive behavior. Price regulation protects consumers in natural monopolies, and policies that promote competition help improve efficiency and market outcome. In conclusion, imperfect competition benefits firms but reduces overall welfare, making regulation necessary to protect social interests.